On the largest server in Minecraft, there is a problem. A huge problem that server staff has constantly fought back against. In Skyblock, the server's most popular game, people are trading valuable items, gems, and in-game coins for real money on a black market. While this problem has existed for a while, it has become an especially huge problem following basically every update at this point. If you've played a decent amount of Skyblock, whether you realize it or not, this issue is bound to have affected you in some way or another. IRL trading has caused massive inflation in the Skyblock economy. A lot of items you see could be a lot cheaper if this were not the reality. IRL trading benefits the traders at everyone else's expense. IRL trading is a full-blown Minecraft black market, with a lot of people making profits from the bottom and kingpins at the top. Hypixel staff have made numerous attempts to destroy this black market, and yet it still persists today. Controversially, Hypixel made the entire game pay to win in an effort to discourage the practice. Did this work? How has the update impacted the black market? In what ways does IRL trading resemble other black markets, especially the ones you see in real life? Most importantly, why don't you join the Penguin Army by leaving a dislike? In this video, we'll get into all that and more. Before we begin, you should buy my Zyphon merch. It's great and wearing it will make you look 200% more penguin in real life. If you post a tweet of you wearing my merch and you at me on Twitter at ZyphonYT, I will give you a retweet. And while we're at it, follow me on Twitter, again at ZyphonYT. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get into the video. IRL trading in Hypixel Skyblock dates back to the game's prototype opening on June 11th, 2019. The reality of any game on such a scale is that there will always be people who use their money to get an advantage over others. This is especially true in a game that requires a ton of time and dedication, such as Skyblock. Once you advance from the early game to the mid game, it can take days to get a single, valuable item. Actually, this is even the case for a lot of people well into the early game, where they spend days upon days farming wheat. Anyone who's impatient wouldn't like having to do that. They want to be ahead of everyone else. They want to obtain everything new that's released. They want to get right into the exciting stuff of the game. The solution to this for many was the auction house. Anyone who wants an item without having to grind for hours to get it can simply bid and attempt to win auctions. Simple solution, right? Well, for new players, participating in auctions for meta items is just not feasible. An early game player is not going to have 4 million coins right off the bat. As each new update changes the item meta, the gap between early game and late game players only continues to widen. For those who are impatient, this can be frustrating. Because Hypixel Skyblock was not pay to win, and you were not able to buy coins, this forces them to put hours, days, even sometimes weeks into the game before reaching a satisfying point. If only there was a way you could pay yourself to the top. Opportunists didn't hesitate to take advantage of this demand. They sold their hard-earned virtual items and coins to make bank in real life. And this is what's known as IRL trading, a way for some people to get ahead without having to do any actual work. And it goes without saying that all of this is against the server's rules. One of the defining features of Skyblock is how each individual player gets their own floating island with limited resources. You generate resources to either use or sell in-game for money. This simple fact is something opportunists took note of. Pretty quickly, they created macros. Essentially, macros are ways for people to farm different items on autopilot. The items they macroed most frequently were cobblestone and sugarcane. With large-scale sugarcane farm, they'd craft it all into enchanted sugarcane to sell it for coins. This is how a lot of IRL traders were able to get their money. Different script writers created their own macros. The first one to really catch on in the IRL trading community was a sugarcane script written by a person named JB. That isn't their real name, and they don't go by that. But if you know who they are, you know who they are. One feature of this macro was that if a staff member entered your island, the macro would send you to the hub until they left. JB's macro caught on, and even cost $125 for a license at some point. Not only that, but it costs $10 for each alt account. JB is estimated to have made tens of thousands of dollars from this macro. Not to mention, this wasn't even the only macro out there. Macros allowed IRL traders to start making money. The process was simple. You buy a macro, you farm enchanted sugarcane, you sell it for coins, and you sell those coins for real life money. An average IRL trader could make 70 million coins in a day. One skilled individual who made their own bot managed 7 billion daily coins. The range of possibilities is wide. This was back in May of 2020, so this amount almost certainly has changed by now. Each person using macros to generate Skyblock coins is helping keep the black market going. Just like with any black market, there is a man at the top. A man so mysterious, almost no IRL traders even know his name. The Trading Czar. He is believed to have hundreds of Minecraft accounts running at the same time. On average, the trading kingpin makes at least 40 billion coins per day. The scale on which he does it is insane. This is the source of much of the traded coins. The trading kingpin gives the money to others to give away. He has taken a ton of precautions to avoid somebody revealing his identity. While not much is known about the Trading Czar, based on the structures of real-life black markets, it's safe to assume that there are many layers of buffer between him and the admins. Only the people closest to him even know who he is. They hand down his money for other people to hand down to others. The exact number of middlemen buffers is unknown. But one thing for sure is that it would take a lot of time and dedication to even attempt unraveling the chain. Aside from all that, accounts that use macros also entered an already big market, Minecraft account buying. By the time these accounts have made billions upon billions of coins through enchanted sugarcane, they will have reached the massively high farming level. Accounts that reach the max level of 50 can sell for hundreds of dollars in real life money. I got in contact with an IRL trader who gave me a ton of information. Trader just recently sold their main account for $150. And that's not even an account with skills max. Their friend, who had max level farming, alchemy, and combat, was able to make 800 pounds from his. Something that violates not only Hypixel rules, but Minecraft ones as well. Still, as long as people are willing to pay real life money for high level accounts, this against the rules account buying will continue. IRL trading became an especially huge problem after the end update on August 2nd, 2019. From that point on, almost all of the now most valuable items that were ever released were heavily IRL traded. As a matter of fact, the majority of the first of these items were almost exclusively IRL traded. The superior set of dragon armor was one of the hardest hit additions. Because of all this, new items were now worth a lot more than they would otherwise be. They became harder to obtain for regular players. IRL traders made sure to keep the items profitable for as long as possible. IRL trading had gotten to the point where it was ruining the game, even for oblivious players that had no idea that the black market even existed. IRL trading was spinning out of control. If you're enjoying this video so far, you should consider subscribing with notifications. It doesn't take that long, and you'll be able to see when I upload. Some of you might think you're subscribed, but actually aren't for one reason or another. Also, I edited the vast majority of this video on stream on my Twitch account. If you'd like to see me edit more videos like this live, follow me on Twitch at Zyphon the Penguin. Also, join my Discord, as in December we're doing 25 days of activities such as Hunger Games Simulator and Jackbox. I will be at some of them. I won't take any more of your time. Back to the video. On April 10th, in the official Hypixel Discord server, Simon aka Hypixel made an announcement that reads, "Warning, selling or buying Skyblock coins is not allowed and will result in a permanent ban. We now have a full list of players who are involved and will be punishing players across the board in the next few weeks. Thanks to the people who reported the websites, discords, and forums and got us a list of over 10,000 players. Stay safe." IRL trading started to be more widely publicized through advertising on videos by Skyblock YouTubers, especially 30virus. Viewers report having seen advertisements for buying these coins. Many IRL traders believe that these ads are responsible for their black market getting the attention it did. Videos on the subject by Hypixel YouTubers, namely Lego Maestro, generated further interest. Hypixel staff have made efforts to catch IRL traders. As a result, IRL traders have taken further precautions to avoid getting discovered. It's a battle to keep the black market alive. Around mid-May of this year, something big happened. Hypixel had a ban wave. A bunch of people from all across the server were all banned at the same time. Almost everyone from one particular well-known guild got banned altogether. All around, it was a confusing moment for many. What had just happened? Staff eventually responded to everyone freaking out, saying that they didn't realize that many people would have cared. They'd been doing these ban waves for quite a while and no one freaked out those previous times. Hypixel staff said that they kept track of numerous accounts and their actions in the game. They insisted that every account affected was closely monitored. Ever since the Great Ban Wave, the Hypixel staff has been on top of their game. Before the ban wave, Skyblock's black market was picking up steam. Macro writers reached all-time highs in sales. Almost no one ever got banned. A great kingpin once said, "Business is booming." Now, a bunch of people were discouraged from buying anything at all. Of course, people were still IRL buying stuff, but the server staff had really hit a chord. One key feature about IRL trading is that it is virtually impossible to go undetected. If you buy coins, the seller has to give you the coins somehow. Anything the seller does to give the buyer coins is bound to be tracked. Even if the admins somehow skip over a recorded transaction, a lot of buyers don't buy coins just once. Individual seller accounts are compromised with ease at this point. With every new patch, writing scripts for macros has become increasingly difficult. Script writers who couldn't keep up stopped being able to make profit. A lot of script writers who did keep up used a bunch of their alt accounts to test their macros. In the IRL trading scene, only those at the top can survive. Small sellers are caught and compromised, not being able to do anything about the bans they receive. Big league traders, on the other hand, have the means to ban evade multiple times over, hundreds of times over in some cases. They are the ones able to take the necessary precautions to avoid the methods of catching traders developed by the staff. People also found out that the rules against IRL trading extend to trading across different Hypixel games. Some people would trade items on Skyblock for items in the Hypixel pit. Someone might buy a Skyblock Young Dragon head using their pit mystic sword. People who were caught doing this got punished in the same way. In the IRL trading scene, it's easy to get scammed. Because IRL trading activities go against server rules, there are barely any repercussions for scamming others. After all, if you report somebody for scamming, you'll likely get in trouble too since you're revealing that you IRL trade. People have lost their accounts because of this. It's a dangerous black market, and as interesting as it may sound, the risks involved should dissuade you from partaking in it. As the public became increasingly aware of the IRL trading situation, a bunch of content creators were accused of IRL trading themselves. Perhaps the most notorious situation was that of 30virus. The whole controversy began when a Skyblock player showed a screenshot with a suspicious Google Sheets open titled dupe minitrix _crispy_. Crispy was an odd account with odd Skyblock stats, an account with low stats, moving around a ton of money. It was almost like Crispy was an account for IRL trading. Well, the Skyblock community soon found out who this was. On June 7th, 30virus was streaming when he accidentally revealed his alt account's IGN, and as it turns out, it was _crispy_. The weird account was 30. A bunch of people started to accuse him of being an IRL trader, using his account to commit his misdeeds. 30virus came out with a statement explaining how the account was only used so that his main account 30virus could participate in auctions without getting any unnecessary attention. After all, 30virus is a YouTube rank on the server, meaning that his name will stand out like a sore thumb on any auction. A lot of people like to purposely outperform YouTube ranks. Maybe it be for a personal sense of achievement or to troll them, but either way, they have to deal with auction sniping. 30virus's alt account had weird stats, not because it was used for IRL trading, but rather as a result of being used as an auction-only account. The account served no purpose other than to enter auctions on behalf of 30virus's main account. The fact that supposed IRL trading could even be a big Skyblock controversy goes to show how the community was fully aware of IRL trading practices. Public awareness of this issue was spread even more with a video by I'm a Squid Kid. This video explores the perspectives of IRL traders and buyers. It's a great video, and if you're interested in the subject, I recommend you watch it. Despite Hypixel's best efforts, IRL trading was never able to be eradicated entirely. People who wanted to buy would keep buying. People who wanted to sell would keep selling. It doesn't help that a lot of people in the IRL trading scene don't have a vested interest in playing the game itself, just the money. The IRL trading black market didn't spring into existence by accident. It was a natural part of the system. Realizing this, Hypixel turned to a different approach. If you can't beat them, join them. And so they did. Hypixel released Skyblock gems, an alternative currency to coins. These gems can be purchased on the server's store, and you might be wondering, what can you buy with them? Well, you can buy cosmetic items in the fire sale, account upgrades, and obtaining booster cookies. Booster cookies are especially useful, lasting for 4 days each, and giving the user the following benefits. In other words, they're powerful. This all begs the question, how has this affected the black market? From what sources have told me, the update has had a direct negative impact, being competition and all. The new update has allowed some people to purchase Skyblock money through legitimate means. Players who wanted Hypixel to sell coins can now buy them indirectly no problem. It's now possible to buy them risk-free. This is what the Hypixel staff were hoping the update would do all along. However, that is not all. The gems update also had an indirect effect in promoting IRL trading, a balancing effect that brought more people into the black market. To understand why, you have to look at the conversion rate. As I just mentioned, gems can buy booster cookies, and these cookies can be sold at the bazaar, which is how the gems make it into coins. Using this conversion, 1 million coins cost around $1.50. Some people looking to buy coins from the official store do some Googling and realize that this is expensive. These would-be legitimate customers turned into IRL buyers. The IRL trading black market has a rate of around 25 cents for a million coins. 7 times cheaper than buying through the Hypixel store. The new gem system has not completely eliminated the black market. It still persists today, however we can safely say that IRL trading is much less of a threat than it used to be. Hypixel has fought back against this, and will continue to for the foreseeable future. As we've seen throughout the video, IRL traders have adapted to every situation they're faced with. In the face of new updates, they'll make sure to IRL trade every new item as soon as possible. Whenever the admins find a new way to catch them, they find workarounds. Even when Hypixel itself became competition, they continue to strive. Obviously, IRL trading is no longer what it once was. What used to appear like some undetected underground black market is now publicly known. It got to the point where Hypixel fundamentally changed the game, making it pay to win. By all means, do not IRL trade. At this point, the staff are really good at detecting virtually everything. Any IRL trading you do is bound to be found. The IRL trading process has led to a ton of bans and stolen accounts. It's shady, like any other black market. I made this video because IRL trading is a topic a lot of people barely know anything about, but there's also a lot of interest. I want to make it clear that I don't condone it. Follow the server's rules, be safe, and if you want to buy anything, buy gems from the Hypixel store or Zyphon merch. IRL trading is likely to continue evolving around all the changes admins make. Maybe there will come a day when IRL trading is eliminated completely. Who knows? All I can say is a cliche. We'll see what the future holds. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on Hypixel selling gems? How do you think staff can cut down on IRL trading? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you'd like to join the Penguin Army and stay tuned for more videos, be sure to subscribe. If you hated it, don't forget to leave a dislike. Every video I give a shout out, and the shout out for today goes to the one and only SS64. For a chance at a shout out, all you have to do is comment on this video. You can say anything, and you don't even have to subscribe. I will choose a random comment and put it in my next video. Before we go, again, join my Discord. We have a lot of cool stuff planned, and you don't want to miss it. Join the activities, you might even see me there. Link is in the description. Besides all that, be sure to check out my other videos. For videos about countries that have had official Minecraft servers, you should click on the video to the left. You can also click on the video to the right for another video about what I learned from watching 100 Minecraft speedruns. Man, that was a painful video to make. Lots of speedruns. Anyways, that's it. See ya. Peace.